Yo. What is up, you guys? This is that straight up with Gavin Newton. So we're gonna do quick sports updates, courtesy of ESPN and other sports apps that I use. We're gonna go to quick scores. Onto the Major League Baseball. Giants won against the Reds. I think that's Monday. So today, again, the Giants won against the Reds. 4 wins to two. They had to go two extra innings, so they finished it. They finished in the 10th inning as the Giants won by 2 runs. Phillies and Brewers. Phillies won by a run. The Dodgers won against the Orioles, 10 wins to 3. That's the Guardians, the Cleveland Guardians, won by 9 runs against the Pirates. 10-1. The Padres won against the Blue Jays with the ejection of the pitching coach whilst visiting Alec Manoa uh, during one of that starts earlier this afternoon. The Mets won by a run in a crazy game, 10 uh, Mets by 11-10. Another crazy game, and this afternoon, the Diamondbacks won against the Braves by 3 runs, a score of 16-3. On that doubleheader, the Giants won by a run, sweeping the like a series. Nice. The Rays are in a bit of a losing hump, and they lost against the Texas Rangers, the AL West leading Texas Rangers, 5 games to 3. The Cubs won by 14 runs against the Nationals. 3. The Royals win. Kansas City Royals won by a run against Tigers. 11 runs to 10. The Rockies won against the Houston Astros by a run on the score of 3. The Angels of Liberty continue on the winning streak with the score of 5-1. The Red Sox lost again against the lowly Athletics. So if we take a look at the standings today, the league leading division, Tampa Bay still sits at the top of 60 wins and 38 losses. The Minnesota Twins are 2 games above 500 of a record of 49 and 47. The Rangers have a 27 game lead of a good margin of victories of a 57 wins and 39 losses. Onto the National League, the Braves have a 29 whopping games about 29 games above 500 of a record of 61 wins and 32 losses, whilst the Milwaukee Brewers have a 52 wins and 43 losses. That's a plus. That's a 9 games above 500, leading the division. The Dodgers are also leading with the record of 55 wins and 39 losses. As we take a look into the wild card, the American top 3 teams are gonna come out in the American League wild card. The Baltimore Orioles are currently sits number 2 in the American League East. So that takes the first um wild card spot. But for the second AL wildcard spot goes to the Toronto Blue Jays with 53 and 42. And lastly, the Houston Astros, who wants to make a run for the World Series again, who wants to win time. For the National League, the Giants and the Diamondbacks are from the National League or the NL West with almost an identical record, with the Giants having 54 wins and 41 losses, and the Diamondbacks with 53 losses and 42 losses. That's a half game ahead of the third and final spot of the NL, um, from the NL East, the Philadelphia Phillies, who made to the World Series almost a year, more than a year ago. Now, quick scores from the Women's National Basketball Association. The Atlanta Dream won by 9 points against the Minnesota Lynx, score of 82 and 73. The Phoenix Mercury won against the Connecticut Sun by 6 points at the score of 72-76. So that is the quick sports update uh, on today's podcast. Quick. So one of the quick topics that we're gonna be talking about, and of course, it's gonna be um. So there's gonna be three topics. So we're gonna be talking about the Shohei Otani trade situation, the MLS versus Saudi League, which team is better, and I may have some not too good of a knowledge, but we'll do our best to discuss about it. And then the NBA Summer League that recently finished NBA Summer League, where the Cleveland Cavaliers won the NBA Summer League. Let's delve into these three topics, and then we'll talk more about what's gonna be the next episode uh uh right ahead towards the end. So for now, we're gonna stick to the beginning of the show. It's gonna be Major League Baseball. Okay, so basketball season's coming up soon, but we're gonna talk about the trade deadline because there's a lot of juicy information about the trade situation in the Major League Baseball at today. So today is gonna be an interesting topic. So this is gonna be about okay, Shohei Otani. Okay, Shohei Otani, the two-way player. Okay, we're a unit. Okay, who plays for the Los Angeles Angels, Anaheim. All right, so uh, it's a lot to digest at this point. Okay, so trade deadline. So Shohei Otani trade scenarios. Okay, now yesterday, um, a lot of news websites are have already eyed on getting Shohei Otani. Now, now the Angels have already made a decision that they're gonna be in listening mode. Now, um, we don't know what's that. What does it mean of the listening mode? But I think the Angels are have realized that I think it's time to let go of Shohei. And to say that it is a mistake, I don't know how is it a mistake. Okay, so we're gonna rank these teams from bad to worse. Which teams that looks sexy enough, so big enough to trade away Shohei Ohtani and get back in return. So let's take a look at the five teams, and so these are the five teams. Okay, we're gonna quickly write it down. Okay, so quickly discuss about it. Okay, so these are the five teams. Okay, just bear with me. Okay, you got the worst team to be traded are the New York Yankees, American League East. The fourth one is the Seattle Mariners. The third one are the SF Giants. Second are the Mets, and the fifth are the Los Angeles Dodgers. Okay. I was planning to do the Red Sox, but because of the similarities of records with the Yankees and Red, that might be a bad idea. So talk about the Yankees. Okay, let's talk about the Yankees. Why? why the Yankees would be a worst idea. So the trade deadline is coming up August 1. Okay, August 1 is right around the corner. Okay, now there's a lot of pundits and analysts and reporters saying that okay, New York Yankees are going to be the first to, to woo Shohei Ohtani. Okay, and to me, I mean, there's a plenty of history of the Yankees having Japanese players in to the Bronx Bombers, but I would caution against the Yankees. Okay, now now hear me out. Why would they caution? Now, some Yankee fans, if you're an LA native and you're a Yankees fan, you must be really weird. But anyways, the point is gonna be why Otani may not be a suitable player for the Yankees. Now, I get it. He is a marquee player, a superstar level player, right? But do the Yankees have a roster or a prospect that are coming up from the minor leagues that are willing to trade it from him? And if the Yankees, God knows if they're going to trade there and to say that okay, we want Otani, but the the money is gonna be the issue because believe it or not, the Yankees have a massive salary. They're a big team. They're a major market, right? But the issue with having Otani is that yes, great, he can hit power or contact and whatnot, right? My biggest concern is that if Otani becomes a Yankee, Otani has to really squeeze himself to the power hitters of the Yankees, such as um, like even the rookie Anthony Bolke, um, Aaron Judge, or Giancarlo Stanton, right? The offense is big. No, there's no doubt about it. There's gonna be massive offense, right? But if you put it in the lineup card, okay, there's 9 players in the lineup card. Where would you put uh where would you put Tani? Now now if you think about it, right, there's no way you could replace some of the players that are in that rotation, right? Now I get it that the Yankees are they're one of the worst teams in the American League, right? Having him is a great thing. But to see him in the roster, take a look at the roster. There's no way you put him out. You can't. There's no way, right? Rizzo is your regular DH. Um, LeMahieu is always gonna be your regular first base. There's no way you put Bader there, right? So in a sense, uh, you can't take it out, right? And because again, competing on the number one spot as the ace pitcher, that doesn't sit well to Garrett Cole, right? And although Higashioka would be captured for him, there's no guarantee that he'll be your main starter. Okay? Now, do you think the Yankees can pull it off? I sense no, because the Yankees don't have a space, don't have may have the money, but they don't have a space to money. And I would say the Yankees should be at least semi rebuilding. Now the next team that is considerable to be traded is the Mariners. Now there is a massive Japanese legacy Mariners organization because of each. Now, there is a reason that Otani did not really want to step in the Mariners organization because there is a high level of respect. There, you guys know anime and the Japanese senpai, their senior. Otani considers Ichiro as his senpai, his dearly beloved senior. Right? They he's the one that looked up. He looked up at Ichiro, right? And Ichiro paved the way for Japanese way to make it to the Major League. So in a sense that there is great aura of having a Japanese player in the team, but to really step into the shoes and to follow the steps of Ichiro would be a little too big for Shoei at least. And also to show respect to their elder, in a sense. Because this is, again, a Japanese man who's stepping in, if he wants to step into, to break every Ichiro's record. Yeah, so it's a long shot. Okay, again, the Yankees are already way too long of a long shot. The Mariners are already a short, a long shot. Now, the Giants. Earlier in the program, we talked about the record in the regular season, right? Giants are 54 wins and and 41 losses. So that means they're 13 games above 500. So that is actually a playoff, albeit that they're in the wild card, right? It would certainly fit in the narrative of the Giants of having Otani being, again, nationally being a league that used to have pitchers to swing until the universal DH. That would be a perfect scenario for Otani. But because of the DH rules, he would still be the DH national. Not now. Do you think the Giants have a big of a pocket to be able to hand him, say, the next season, be the free agent and sign him back to the Giants? I would think about it once or twice if I were a Giants fan. I know the Giants fans are really, really excited to see Shohei, Giants uniform. Uh, I don't even know why I talk about the Giants, being an LA guy here, right? So I say to the Giants, um, hard to keep. Okay, they're in the middle. They're the loophole. They're not that. They're not as hot and sexy, but they're not that bland and you know, ugh, not not savory. Not so cool with the Giants, right? So in a sense, Giants are, yeah, they're in the middle. Not bad, not good. In the narrative of Otani. If the Giants pull it off, I'll give them mad respect. I could just go to the Bay Area and go watch Giants game. I hope I don't get jumped on by a lot of Giants fans. If you're a Giants fan in LA, please don't bash me. Don't stop. Now the Mets. The Mets. New York Mets. The ugly red-headed stepchild of the Yankees. Now, I must reiterate, Otani does not like to be in the East Coast because, again, that is time zone difference from Japan and the United States, right? Now, Steve Cohen, the owner of the Mets, dude has a big, deep pocket. Can he sign Otani? Yes. And to have a 1-2 Japanese player pitching rotation with him and Kodai Senga, who used to be rivals in their own league in Japan, with Kaido and Fukuoka, with SoftBank and the Nippon Ham Fighters, be teammates. I think they can, but um, how's that almost $1 billion sound if you were Steve Cohen? I know that Steve Cohen is very rich, but $1 billion to sign for Shohei Ohtani for the next 10 years? It's a little bit of thinking. And also the Mets. Okay, if you take a look at the roster of the Mets, okay, right now the Mets sit last in the national, almost second to the last in the National League East, right? And if you take a look overall, they almost sit ninth, the ninth worst team the entire Major League Baseball. If you take a look at the wild card, they sit on the fifth worst teams in the entire National League, right? Dead last in the division, fifth worst team in the league, ninth worst team in the whole Major League. If I were Otani, I wouldn't get the Mets either. It's fun to have a fellow countryman to pitch with you, have fun, batting for him and whatnot. But if I were Otani, I wouldn't go to the Mets because the Mets, again, you're a Mets fan, you are a dysfunction. They are the most dysfunctional franchises in the history of modern sports, right? No consistency. They're injury prone. Pete Alonso has been out, and God knows when those players will return from the injury, right? So in IL, those that are playing in the IL, I don't think they'll have chance to return in the team before the playoffs begins, right? Being 6 games, same record as the Chicago. The last and but not the least, team that would be very good team, have him um part of the equation to win the World Series. Like I said, Otani has everything. He's been in the home run derby. He's won Cy Young, been a hitting machine, making a lot of home runs, score so many runs, hit for runs, and hit for power. The team that makes sense to be traded and have value for the Dodgers, anyway, for the Angels, are our neighbor. Their neighbor, the Los Angeles Dodgers. Who knew? Off the 5 freeway, right near downtown LA. Okay, Maro Otani. That's a good 45-minute drive back. Okay, okay, I get it. You're a homer, Gabby. You're just a homer. I know you're a secret Dodger fan. You're just rooting for a Japanese player, a multi-generational player, the likes of Hideo Nomo and Rogi Kuroda. I would say the Dodgers makes if you were the Angels to trade virtually Troy Otani, not only the Dodgers solidify that okay, we mean business. Okay? We won the World Series 2 years ago. Now this is a chance to win another World Series, right? If I were Otani and his agent and his interpreter, Angels, the Dodgers makes a lot of sense for this. For the now it is in a sense a perfect storm because um they need a big signing, right? If they were looking for Aaron Judge last season, they were looking for Aaron Judge to move away from the Yankees and the Dodgers. So the Dodgers, this is good for them, a chance for them to say, "All right, we got a big name player. the likes of Hideo Nomo and Otani being Otani is a big, big asset. And this is going to be a good thing for the Dodgers, right? Because not only they're leading their division, let's see if they're leading the right. They're the second best team in the National League, behind Atlanta by a mere of 6.5 games. Now, if you're the Dodgers, that's the team you wanted to beat, the Atlanta Braves. Having Otani, not only you have pitching who can throw 100 miles an hour, he can strike out a lot of players. He can also facilitate the defense to play defense, right? Dodger Stadium as a whole, as a whole ground, is a perfect place for him to dominate because the Dodger Stadium is a pitcher's park, and pitchers like to have those kinds of parks where they can dominate the game, dominate the conversation. And so, if I were Shohei Ohtani, and if I were the general manager of the Angels, I would literally go to the phone and call the general Andrew Feldman, Andrew, Feldman, or the whoever the GM, and tell him, hey, we will offer you that is nothing. Or, I mean, that is something that you cannot refuse. You'll get Shohei Ohtani. You'll get your prospects. If I were the Dodgers, and we talk about prospects, future prospects that would star the Angels, no questions asked. You'll have Ohtani as the serviceable and powerful um, threat. But if you're the Dodgers and if you're Magic Johnson and his group, that's the team that has deep pocket, and they can offer Otani. Like I said, north of $600 million. Okay, a conservative estimate, if I were GM of the Dodgers, is to give him $900 million. It's a win-win. It's a win-win scenario. It's a win-win for them because for the Dodgers, um, this is this is for them to say, all right, we have not, we're almost there. Having Otani is like the final piece of the puzzle, right? And if you're the Angels, whose playoff hopes are dwindling by the day, start letting go of Otani. And for the Dodgers, this makes sense because this is match made in heaven, right? And being match made in heaven is something that the Dodgers literally have it at the palm of their hands. They just gotta take it. So if you have any comments on this topic, you can all message me or comment on on the video, and see, and we'll read the comments and give our thoughts about it. Now, on to the series on the discussion of who has the best league outside the European League. One student or one people were saying, all right, Ronaldo is better than Messi. Actually, MLS is better than Saudi League. Now, does Cristiano Ronaldo is saying out of spite, or is he saying out of facts? So me being here, living, having two soccer teams, LAFC and LAFC, and watching MLS, I don't see that MLS are played by scrubs. All right, if they were scrubs, they shouldn't be playing. playing the sport. Okay. Now, was he jealous? Perhaps. Well, who is he jealous of? I'll tell you who it is. Just take a one guess. Lionel Andres Messi, okay, or Leo Messi, okay, who used to play for my favorite team, Barcelona, and the Paris Saint Germain. Now playing for the Sia Miami FC Inter. Let me get the yes. So Inter Miami FCF. Now, do you think me being a soccer fan, see MLS are a bunch of scrubs? No, it's just a different type of soccer that they play in MLS. It's different than in the United States. Now, can Messi make a run for the playoffs for MLS this coming October, November? Maybe, but we don't know how are they gonna end up. How Messi will bring his team into Miami FC. For saying that Saudi league is better than MLS, I don't know if that's better. But if I do watch the video and I let you know about why it's not good enough, it's because we'll do more of the week. Okay. For now, on the outside surface, I don't think a really great league. Well, we can't just say that the Saudi Arabia soccer league is better than MLS because there's a lot of great players from MLS with Carlos Vela and the likes of former players Landon and Clint Dempsey, Michael Bradley, Carlos Vela, and Richie Puig, uh, many more, many more players. So, and lastly in this episode, we're going to be talking about mm, the NBA Summer League. Now, as the NBA Summer League season ends, we begin with the, the winners. The Cleveland Cavaliers who won by 21 points against the Houston Rockets that are rebuilt. It's a great sound, great moment for the Cavaliers to win the Summer League. But will this translate to the preseason regular season? We shall see. And Summer League is still a little too little of a sample size podcast for us to look into. Um, as as the summer progresses, teams are going to enter to the training camp, but we'll see more of the storylines with the NBA when the teams are done with the FIBA World Cup or the Basketball World Cup that's going to be held in the Philippines. So for now, we'll see what the new season begins, and this new season is going to be an interesting season because of the NBA Cup and the new have been implemented in the NBA for this coming season. So before we end this program, I just wanted to shout out to the people who listened to the first episode. You guys, thank you for your support, and I will do my best to bring really good content for this podcast. Again, this podcast is out of my own passion or the love of sports, or the love of you know watching sports every single day, and just listening and reading about what's happening in sports. On some occasions we will talk more about the other things that are outside sports, like movies. So without further ado, we were gonna announce the special guest, not just special guest, he will appear in this podcast as the inside and outside analyst. So the topic is gonna be TBD. We'll see what this topic gonna be. We don't even I don't even know what it is. So I'll give you guys in the loop. So just follow me on my Instagram page and in my and hopefully I will make my new social media page for this podcast. Again, please follow and subscribe on the Spotify channel. Again, this we will be uploading this podcast every Fridays and hopefully Saturdays when time permits for myself and do 2 episodes per day. So for now, up until the new season of NBA and all the major professional sports come back alive, we'll do Friday every Friday. Yeah. So just want to say quick shout outs to the people that are listening to podcasts. To all of you guys. So I'll see you guys next Friday, and please take care as the weather gets a little hotter for the next couple of months. Please take care of yourself, take care of each other, and love together, and bring peace to everyone, and all over you and all around the world. And at the same time, stay safe, stay hydrated, don't do anything extraneous or strenuous that would hurt yourself out there. Okay, so the name is Gabby Duga, and this is That Straight Up. See you soon.